Here we go again with Mamma Mia. God, that song is stuck in my head.
Yes, it's the sequel, the long-awaited, most often requested sequel to that wonderful Mamma Mia musical from 10 years prior.
Except,
10 years!
so I see we're doing that thing where we're making a sequel without the source material really having a sequel. Or is this a prequel?
It's
Does it
both, apparently.
Oh,
does it really
goody.
matter?
So, Joy, care to give us as much background as you can about the sequel, if there's anything to go off of?
I know Cher's in it, and that's about it.
Right, yeah, so this isn't even based off of a musical, so this time it's its own thing. But hey, they burned for most of the ABBA tunes, so maybe they'll use something other than ABBA?
It's called Mamma Mia.
Okay, well, yeah, obviously that song has to return. Whatever, we're burning daylight oil as we speak here. Started at the Universal logo with the nice Universal updated theme. In 3, 2, 1, click. You know, we probably will never see another one of these logos that includes the Dark Universe logo, considering how also well the Mummy movie went.
Maybe that's why they made this film, because the movie was such a disappointment. They needed money back quickly.
I wonder how this movie did financially. I haven't really heard much buzz about it.
It cost $75 million and made 394, which is a financial success, although not as much as the previous movie. It made about half its. It is the box office for this film was about half the last film.
So still enough for them to potentially make a Mamma Mia 3 if they're desperate enough.
I mean, what do you even call that film?
It pains me that this movie did so well, whereas Lego Movie 2 is struggling.
Perfect World Pictures.
Well, Joe,
Nice.
actually, Joe, it's not even that apt a comparison. This film came out half a year before that one.
Yeah, and I guess it does kind of hurt that Lego Movie 2 came out when the weather was terrible, and this came out, I believe, in the middle of summer last year.
July.
Yeah, that summer. Hotel Belladonna.
Although the director and writer is different, this time it's Parker. Oliver Parker.
So, we start off with, I'm guessing, the protagonist from the last film.
But Oliver Parker's work included the two Best Exotic Marigold Hotel films, and Imagine Me and You, and Now Is Good, whatever that is. He's also married to Fandy Newton, so that's nice, I guess.
You know, it's been 10 years. At this point, Amanda doesn't really look like a young 20.
Wait,
does the
has
story
it
actually
been-
take place? Does the story actually take place 10 years later?
Oh snap, is Meryl Streep's character dead now?
Yes.
AKA she's raised her standards with which movies she'll take, so she didn't want to return.
So it's the Jaws 4 epidemic again. So why is Amanda Seyfried back?
Well, remember, Jova, Amanda is not exactly a super popular actress with a lot of demand. A lot of people asking for her to be in movies, so she has to take. She's still in that phase where she still needs to take what she hasn't really progressed much in her career in the last 10 years.
Or maybe she just needs a better agent.
Or that. Well, I said progress in the career. That can be
Anyway,
for multiple
flashback
factors.
to Oxford in 1979.
Why a flashback?
Apparently,
Oh.
there's going to be a lot of these, I believe.
Oh boy, so we're going to be doing that thing of flipping back and forth between time dates.
You know, it looked like she was wearing the high heel version of the Infinity Gauntlet for a second.
That's our protagonist, right? Or is that her grandmother, or whoever Meryl Streep's character is?
It's younger Meryl Streep.
Oh, get it? They're having Amanda Seyfried play younger Meryl Streep.
No, actually,
Eh?
No, that doesn't look like Amanda at all, Jove. I think you're
No.
confused.
Okay,
No,
I'm
Joe,
confused.
she's played by.
I'm confused.
She's played by Lily James, who was recently in Downton Abbey,
Oh,
the 2015 Cinderella film, and The Darkest Hour, and Baby
Oh.
Driver.
Oh,
well, I
okay.
I liked her in Cinderella, so cool.
It sounds like she has a good enough career. Hopefully this movie doesn't ruin it.
So we got an English person playing an American character who was played by an American last time.
Did this actually happen? Or is this just Amanda Seyfried imagining this is Meryl Streep's backstory?
Shiori, when you left college/university, did you see anyone sing their ending speech?
No.
What?
So, is this College School Musical? Oh, and look at
guess.
that! Those are her two friends, younger. You know, I always love how whenever they can't get an actor back, they apparently do have the rights to use their likeness still for those photos or whatnot. It's like, fine, you can take a picture of me, but that's it. I'm done with this film franchise. Kind of like Roy Schneider with Jaws.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
that.
I'm with the head teacher, I guess. Is that who that is?
Are they using the less popular ABBA songs for this film?
You're a bit too late, guys. The High School Musical popularity is over.
About the
When
same
I
time,
Kiss the Teacher.
seriously, I get the feeling that these are the leftover ABBA songs, the ones no one really cares about.
Is this an ABBA song? Are ABBA still a
the-
thing?
They use like all the
Yeah.
iconic ones, I guess, in the first movie.
Wait.
It-
No, thank
Why?
you.
You were.
It
did
also
she-
it also doesn't help me that I don't like ABBA. So
Wait,
hang
hold on, wait,
Wasn't
just
she
1
just
minute.
like-
Go
One
on.
minute ago, you were rolling your eyes in the sea, and now all of a sudden you're dancing around.
Okay.
Silly dwarves. Consistent characterization is for losers.
Okay.
yes, Trevor?
Here, for all of you who are just trying to make a musical out there, if you have a person who doesn't usually sing, all of a sudden sing, maybe a good way to do that is to at least convey the transition. Because, yeah, like Dwip said, literally the last thing we saw was her scoffing at this, then all of a sudden she's now all in it with the singing. Like, that's not how
Right.
you convey
Also,
character.
I have to point out that all these students are just riding around very loudly singing about something that's very much illegal.
Yeah, I mean, where are the Oxford police in on all
You
this?
can't get with your teachers, guys.
If
Yeah.
Even if you're legal, you can't.
I mean, it can potentially work if you do something like what Tangle did, where we literally have Eugene literally refuse to sing, and everybody literally threatens to kill him if he doesn't. So and it's basically most
Freeze
Oh,
frame!
great. Oh, I
That-
guess the movie's over then.
freeze frame. I didn't know we were back in the 80s.
Also, the sitting in the window. Like, do people do
Also,
that?
Shiori, Jova.
Yes. Her mother didn't come to see her graduation. Ha 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 ha.
Just like how Amanda Seyfried's one didn't come to see her.
Although, isn't that kind of because she's dead?
Oh,
before that.
Oh, before
What?
that.
Okay. I'm starting to see what kind of sequel this is.
What, the kind that shows that, oh, the mother was just the same as the daughter, hence it's going to be
That
a
too.
pseudo remake of the first one?
Exactly. Good job, Jova. You get a cookie.
I mean, okay, in
Also- Oh, sorry.
in some cases, this can actually be good, you know, show how one generation relates to another, you know, and how the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Like, this kind of sequel can work. And again, it's Mamma Mia we're talking about.
I don't
Seriously,
By the way,
every sentence they say, I keep thinking that's about to go into a song of the same name.
Wow, Shiroi,
I know,
girls'
but
slumber parties are
that's a bit-
crazy!
There's very little chances for me, Jova. I didn't even care for when Brad Bird tried this. What chance does Mamma Mia have?
When did Brad Bird try this?
you know how I don't care for Incredibles 2. So
Look,
Oh,
I
well-
know that fashion from different decades is a bit iffy, but that jumper is still hideous. I'm just have
This
to.
is the late well, very late 70s.
Yeah.
As soon as we cross the threshold into 1980, that's when the outfits.
That's when the jumpers start coming out.
you know,
Okay.
Lily James, Lily James has much more screen charm and presence than Amanda Seyfried. Can we just have her be the protagonist?
You know what's
we're cutting back to Amanda Seyfried now.
You know, Pedro, it's ironic because the last movie commentary we spent with Mamma Mia, you were actually saying that Amanda Seyfried deserved better than this. Like, dang.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. Since then, she hasn't really done anything to, solidify her potential. She's just been
This is one of those kinds of movies. It's a sequel and prequel, and it keeps cutting back and forth between the two. By the way, that's Dominic Cooper playing Amanda Seyfried's husband in this film.
She does deserve better, Jova. I agree. It's just I still think that it's just that she hasn't. He or her agent don't really seem to do much to actually realize that potential.
So it's kind of like Kellen Lutz, only she's not nearly as annoying.
Kellen Lutz has potential? This is news to me.
No. I'm talking strictly about how Kellen Lutz could have had potential if he didn't just, work off of the fame of, like, one good movie he was in and then kind of didn't really give much effort. And, well, look at his career now. You probably have never even heard of him, some of our viewers.
Also, Jova, going back to what you were saying about, haven't they run out of ABBA songs? Remember, those were singles. These people also released albums with album tracks.
Oh, so
there's here probably.
Yay!
Because all the radio stations were too busy playing Dancing Queen every other.
True.
Well, around that time they were playing Queen stuff as well, weren't they?
So let me guess. Wait, nah, they wouldn't do that. It would be so cliche if he turns out to be cheating on her.
I don't remember anything about that. I'm not sure where this is going.
Well, you're right. Was there any source material that this is based off of?
Also, I think, is her mother dead at this point?
Yes. Remember, Shuri, we established that Meryl Streep's character is dead because there's a portrait of her. That's usually what we do with actors who decide not to come back for the sequel.
So she's dead by convenience.
She's dead because Shuri, she fell to the disease of I'm out of this franchise-itis.
Yeah, remember, Shiroi, after Mamma Mia, Meryl Streep went on to rise up her standards and just make plenty of award-winning roles. Unless Meryl Streep actually still is in this movie, and we just have yet to see the bit where, I don't know, we flash back to a bit with her being alive, well, then that makes even less sense of why they killed her off.
I think the only time we're going to see her alive is her younger self.
Which is weird, because Meryl Streep kind of has some top... Oh, never mind, she doesn't have top billing in this one. She actually has the lower billing.
Oh, so most likely she'll show up in a cameo, I guess?
I guess.
Everything about all these shots and just, like, the scene in general reminds me of one musical number from Hairspray.
Let's see the reception of this movie.
The movie, not the original musical.
Sure.
Yeah, I have literally not heard of this song until they started singing it just now.
Okay.
I think that's the case for a lot of the songs in this movie.
Alright, I'll give this movie a bit of a plus. So far, the pacing between story and song seems to be better than the first movie so far. Granted, we're barely into this, so we'll have to wait and see.
It seems like they're going more for the Disney musical form instead of just making a flat-out theater-style musical.
This song, One of Us, is from ABBA's final album.
And hey, I'll give them this. They seem to have a more consistent bout of actually having the songs, match up with the context of things. That weird pop song. Yeah, even the bit with the I Kissed a Teacher thing does sort of make some pseudo bout of sense here. According to this...
Also, they're thousands of miles apart, and yet they're back-to-back on the wall.
It's called symbolism.
Notice my directing?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
It's pretty commonplace.
Let's see. So whereas the first one got 55% at the Rotten Tomatoes score, this one actually got a score of 81%. So apparently this sequel is an
wow.
improvement. Well, I mean, I'll give it this. I am seeing improvements already, so maybe this will actually be good.
Improvement, eh?
Hey, it's you two actresses.
So are
Alright.
they here for a funeral for a mother? Or
Okay, well,
like...
I'll be honest. Meryl Streep's character in the first movie was really annoying anyway, as was the rest of her trio.
Yeah.
So -1 is a
They
bit
were
more
like
tolerable.
going through a midlife crisis, clearly.
Midlife crisis, ladies who try to act like they're teenage gals. Anyway, apparently the event going on is some reopening of Donna's hotel.
Oh, the hotel. Yeah.
Apparently the hotel closed, following her death, which was a year ago.
Well, it was already falling apart anyway, so that makes sense.
And they're reopening, and she's and Amanda Seyfried. I know a character has a name, but I'm just gonna call her Amanda Seyfried because fuck it.
It's more fun that way.
I actually forget her name.
Amanda Seyfried is working on reopening the hotel, along with her, but she has to be in Greece to do it.
Oh,
And
what's
her-
this? Amanda Seyfried
Meanwhile-
has a grandmother?
Meanwhile, her husband is doing stuff.
That reminds me. Meryl Streep got married to Pierce Brosnan, so wouldn't that mean Pierce Brosnan has to return?
Hi, Andy Garcia.
What kind of line is that?
Be still my beating vagina.
Vagina.
So
Ah.
we've got Andy Garcia playing a Mexican.
This is, you see, Sure, this is the kind of, this is, okay, let me check.
Oh,
the
okay,
rules.
okay.
Like beating
Okay,
vagina.
Andy.
That sounds
Okay,
like
Andy.
that sounds like a line that would be in
Alright, to
50
be fair-
Shades.
To be fair, Andy Garcia is Cuban American. I guess they have Hispanic roots as well, so.
Oh yeah, Andy Garcia is a pretty good actor.
But why is he reducing himself to being a dreck like this?
Maybe this will be a good movie. Or maybe he had bills to pay.
That explains his extremely brief cameo in Passengers.
Yeah, the screenplay was written by Ol Parker, aka the director. Yeah, basically, Shiro, I'm guessing this is this guy trying to guess how women get what women say when they're horny.
I mean, to be fair, there are some women who do say that when they're horny. That said, though, that doesn't mean it's...
I've never heard a woman say that
Ma-
until now.
Well, Jova, granted, Jova, I only have one woman in my experience up until this point, but I've never heard her say that
Trust me, go out
in any
adventure.
situation.
When you go out adventuring, you find a lot of weird stuff.
Wait, the story was co-written by Richard Curtis, aka the guy behind Four Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, Bridget Jones's Diary, Love Actually, About Time, and he also did War Horse. He also did some episodes of Blackadder, Mr. Bean, and The Vicar of Dibley.
What, is this guy supposed to be younger Pierce Brosnan?
Or younger. Yeah, I guess.
Well, remember, she had free flings, basically.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to figure out who Amanda Seyfried's real father was in this movie. Wait, is this a younger Harry?
He's
Uh,
awkward enough to be him.
they wouldn't understand my French. How about this? Speak English then.
Well, they're in France, so he's trying to learn the English. I mean, learn the French.
Okay. English is the most spoken language in the entire world. Are you sure? Are you honestly telling me that there's not a single policeman in this country that speaks English?
You never know.
Hire an interpreter or something.
Wait, is he an interpreter?
No, I'm saying if it's such a problem with understanding French, just hire an interpreter. That's what
Well, if he's a college student, knowing him, he probably doesn't have the money for it.
okay, get a language student from that college. I don't know. Like,
I don't think they've even said his
so many,
name.
there's so many ways you can go about this.
He's definitely one of the British fathers.
Dissolve into a painting. Oh, nice.
Well, I remember, I think they had a thing earlier on, so yeah, I'm guessing this is supposed to be younger Pierce Brosnan. He's played by Jeremy Irvine, and he's done stuff like War Horse, which is his first film.
Oh, good start.
He then went on to do Great Expectations.
Never saw that.
The sequel to Woman in Black.
Oh, poor man.
The Bad Education movie.
Never seen that. Have not heard flattering things about it.
I'm not sure. I can't imagine more than an hour of Jack Whitehall. Can you, Shiri?
Oh, God. And that's why you're going to have two later on. Irony!
Xenophobic family away.
Who's the pianist?
Maybe he's no one important. I wonder.
No, the pianist is Thanos. Why am I'm thinking of stuff I could rather be doing right now. So far, this film wasn't really all that bad. It's just kind of there.
It's going through the most. Oh, it is Harry. So he's younger Colin Firth then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Another actor who went on to do better things.
Apologies for that.
But apparently Colin Firth is back for this movie, so
he's played. The younger version of him's played by. Okay, this is one of the more famous songs. Anyway, Hugh Skinner, the actor playing younger Colin Firth, he's been in TV stuff like W1A, Fleabag, and The Windsors. In terms of films, he's been in Les Miserables, the 2012 one. He was in Star Wars The Last Jedi. He played Holdo's first officer.
God bless him. Yes, man, I agree.
She's trying to sing along.
Good job. I mean, I'll give this movie credit. The songs actually feel like they fit the context a lot better than they did in the first movie.
The problem is they picked, other than this one, so far they've picked the ones no one remembers.
I guess
Like, this one was in the first movie, wasn't it?
They blew their load with the first movie.
Wait, was this in the first movie?
I think it might have been in the credits.
No. I mean, they've used all the popular songs in the first movie, so now they have to rely on the unpopular ones.
Well, I guess in some way this could be some way to get people's attention for the other ABBA songs.
Well, the first movie was basically like, oh look, it's like ABBA's greatest hits, the movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't even like their best hits, so what chance do I have of liking these?
Yeah, if the first film was ABBA's greatest hits, the second film is ABBA's. Oh yeah, there are other songs.
Well, yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's a good point. It's like, well, as Shuri mentioned, the last movie was pretty much just ABBA's greatest hits, the musical, and the story felt like it came second, which isn't always a bad thing, as stuff like Blues Brothers has shown, although Blues Brothers has the excuse that the main plot was still pretty fun, even though the songs kind of came first.
Plus, weren't the original songs in that film?
Yes. Well, okay, some were, but the Aretha Franklin one, obviously not.
Or was it that head bob just...
I don't know.
I keep thinking you're going to try and headbutt the other.
It's a dance move. Oh, there's the pianist. Am I supposed to know that guy? He looks familiar. And
maybe he was... Oh yeah, Benny Anderson. He was one of the band members of ABBA.
Oh, there you go. Thought he looked familiar.
Interesting cameo.
Okay, that's a neat cameo, and one that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
that's the thing though. The cameo appearances from ABBA are only the men that were in it.
Wait, there were oh right, there were girls in ABBA.
Yeah, they were made up of like two married couples, weren't they?
Yeah, although they're both now divorced.
Well, that's how the band ended. That's how the band ended, actually.
Oh, I know, Shiori. There is such a thing as
Oh my.
there are such a thing as exes who can still work together well.
I know, but I do believe that is why they actually split.
And back to Amanda Seyfried.
Seriously, they made. Okay, I'll admit, maybe I was a bit confused earlier, but am I the one who sees Amanda Seyfried looking a bit similar to Lily James in some of these shots? Like, holy cow, they look so similar. And you know what? That makes sense. And oh, is that Meryl Streep?
Well,
Joe, are you trying to say that all blondes look alike?
She looked like Meryl Streep from the back there. Oh, hey, Pierce Brosnan.
No, that's Amanda Seyfried. Pierce Brosnan married Meryl Streep's character in the last movie, but he's now a widower.
Well, yeah, I get that, but he still lives on the island apparently. Is that his way of saying that he's afraid of having to sing again in front of a media audience?
In terms of filming, actually, when it comes to filming, they didn't even set foot in Greece. It was filmed in Croatia.
Right.
Was the first one filmed in Greece?
Let me check. Filming.
Grief of losing a loved one.
Yeah. They filmed it on Greek islands.
Guess this movie didn't have as much money as the first
Actually,
one.
let's talk about the bigger budget.
Huh. Search me then. Maybe Grease was busy being used for another movie. Oh, he's singing.
Well, one stereotype. I wonder if Greece was still bankrupt at the time they were filming this.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, Pierce. Improvements there be, but Pierce, buddy, man, you may make a good James Bond, but you cannot sing still.
No.
Maybe
It's
take
one of
some.
the few times I do agree with the nostalgia critic. They really should have dubbed him.
Just take some singing lessons, or singing lessons didn't help.
Did you learn nothing in 10 years?
Yeah, that's the
No.
thing. I think Meryl actually had some singing roles since the first Mamma Mia, and she did actually show some improvement, I believe, at least
Oh
from what
yeah.
I'd heard.
Oh yeah. And stuff like Into the Woods, she definitely had improved. Pierce says not. Well, at least they made a song short. They're gonna have.
Oh, my God.
They're
The song
gonna-
was short.
They're gonna have him
Even
sing
the
again at
auto-tune
some
couldn't
point, aren't
save
they?
Oh, yeah, I recognise that guy. Omad Jali, he's a British comedian.
Hey, weren't you that girl in Twilight who everyone thought was not as cute as Kristen Stewart?
Do you recognise him? Do you
Actually, no, Jova. Lily James wasn't in Twilight, was she?
No, wait, I was
Do you
talking about Amanda Seyfried. God dang it, they look similar.
Actually, you got it wrong there as well, because Amanda Seyfried was not in Twilight. You're thinking of that.
Anna Kendrick.
You're talking about that Red Riding Hood movie that was done Twilight style.
Wait, what? Hold on.
There
I
was a
thought
red.
Jova was
Nope.
referring to that one chick from New Moon.
Isaac Ajova, the director of the first Twilight movie, also directed a Red Riding Hood movie that was done in Twilight style, where the Red Riding Hood is in love with the wolf.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yes.
about that. That said, though, maybe it was Anna Kendrick I was thinking of, the woman.
Anna Kendrick. Fortunately, Anna Kendrick's career did pick up, so there's that at least.
But yeah, true. But yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Amanda Seyfried was actually in the Red Riding Hood movie, which is pretty much Twilight, just with Red Riding Hood. Funnily enough, Anna Kendrick would also be in the movie Into the Woods alongside Meryl Streep.
I mean, the only possible similar thing, and even then it's not that similar, is the hairdo. Aside from that, they have completely different faces. So
Okay, so this guy is obviously the American dad.
Oh boy, it's well.
What's his name?
Good morning, USA.
Was it Bill, I think?
Bill
Bill?
Skarsgård.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Bill.
Bill.
Oh yeah, he did have a boat in the first movie as well.
Remember, he
wonder
had
if
the
it's the same
constant
boat.
joke of falling over in his boat. So when's the part where Jaws comes in and threatens to eat them?
Stellan Skarsgård, sorry.
He's played by Josh Dillon. Where have I heard that name before?
Josh Dillon, yeah. Sorry, for some reason I accidentally clicked out on the Internet Explorer, not Chrome, sorry.
Oh, wait, never mind. That's right. No, wait, I forgot. Bill was actually apparently Swedish.
Well, yeah.
Huh!
I guess, well, ABBA's Swedish, so...
So the mother had three foreign relationships. Go figure. Irony.
So Josh Dillon, he's been in... Well, the only film he had before this was Allied. that Robert Zemeckis film with Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard.
Yeah.
Also, that's not how love works.
It's funny
Remember,
because...
Remember, Shira, this is love according to happy, cheesy musical end. So
It's funny, because Stellan Skarsgård is also in the MCU, so I guess when you get down to it, Amanda Seyfried, or Sophie's mom, made out with Dr. Eric Selvig.
well, remember, Joe, it's like Leigh said in her parody. Like eventually, even your favorite actor will join the MCU. You know he will, especially if he's British.
I forget, who's the one who made that one?
It's a girl who does Flash parodies on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Imagine looking back at the Goonies and realizing that you're seeing Thanos with his younger little brother.
Well, Josh Brolin was in the Goonies.
Yeah, he plays the older brother.
Oh. I only know Josh Brolin now as either younger Tommy Lee Jones from Men in Black 3, Thanos obviously, and to a slightly lesser extent Cable.
Oh, hey, Harry, what are you doing? Uh-oh, he's about to get his heart broken.
Goody.
Well, if I'm guessing right.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is what they played at the divorce courts for ABBA.
Damn, Tova.
God.
Well, don't lie, guys. You could totally see this being the theme for that.
Also, this is totally like a fan fiction thing. It's like...
I'm about to lay you to sea.
Yeah, why did it have to be me? Yeah, that would probably be a line in the divorce hearings. Why me?
Sorry, no kissy kissy for you right now. Oh, let me guess. This is gonna be younger Pierce Brosnan. Oh, never mind. It doesn't sound like a British accent. Wow, it's like a story of star-crossed lovers.
Alexio, he's just some random Greek fisherman. Played by a British guy.
Is that the Greek equivalent to Alexa?
Basically, he's played by Gerard Monaco.
Gerard Monaco.
Monaco.
He's a British guy. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean 4.
I liked him. So, what does this guy have to do, if anything, I wonder?
He is a Greek fisherman.
All right then. Words of encouragement.
Yeah, but are you married? Have you done the wedding ceremony yet? Because he's going to be drenched at the. He's going to get the church floor soaked.
Is she in the middle of marrying someone else?
Oh no, wait, she's gonna. Okay, I thought this was about Meryl Streep's younger self story.
It's two there's two stories going on at the same time, basically. Flashback storyline, and which I can understand as a structure.
But there was this random thing too about the random Greek fisherman.
Well, that's because this is going to be what inspires her probably to find true love.
I take off my shirt.
Oh boy, and the husband of the wedding is not looking too happy about this.
Oh goody.
And now back to
The modern timeline.
back to Andy Garcia.
What if he turns out, nah, he couldn't be. Oh.
Well, nice to see Andy Garcia's bringing his happy-go-lucky charm to the screen. I make my peace with pain.
I wonder, what if he's the husband whose wife abandoned him for Alexio? Oh no. Why?
So now we're back to young Stellan Skarsgård.
But what's this all about a storm coming? Is there some conflict?
There's a storm coming, Jova.
Mirror dialogue.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't get Stellan's son in on this.
Maybe he wasn't interested. Maybe he doesn't look similar enough. God, it really is such a shame that Meryl Streep is no longer with us. Like, did you just see her yesterday giving her performance? Wait.
Okay. So far, unlike the previous film, I'm not crying out in pain for it to end.
Yeah.
This movie is just mostly just boring and completely devoid of substance.
I mean, for people who care about the plot, I guess they're in for a better time than the first movie, if only because the pacing between plot and song is thankfully not as painful.
Okay. Now we got the second song that most people remember.
Well, Lily James can sing, so I'm fine with that.
Also, it was the first and last one we heard in the first movie.
Yeah. You know, that actually is good.
They used up all the songs now. They have to dig down and reuse stuff from the first one.
Oh! Bit of a fixer-upper.
I thought that was going to stop the song.
Oh, I see. It's going to be one of those things where we see the parallels between what it was like back then in the old and what it's like now in the new. Okay. Is that a metaphor for sex?
Probably, considering the rest of this movie's writing, probably.
Shiroi,
Yes?
you're the one most knowledgeable about ABBA. This song, is it?
Yes.
I actually don't.
I don't think so.
I don't like ABBA, so don't ask me either.
Wah, wah.
Like, I just know my mum used to listen to them a lot. So.
My parents used to listen to them too. I swear. I mean, basically there was one thing I remember from my childhood is that almost every year without fail up till recently, ITV always used to show like
Yeah.
ABBA tribute shows.
They must have been really popular out there.
I just find their songs to be so devoid of any sort of artistry or substance to them. That's just it's nothing but the kind of music that you just make for older people who just like listening to people make funny noises.
And then there was my dad, who was the big Shania Twain fanboy.
Oh, Shania Twain. She was also big in England.
Well, a few of her songs were, yeah.
Oh, a horse.
Why is there thunder and lightning and rain?
Black Stallion?
Because this is supposed to be a serious moment, I guess.
Oh. I didn't know we were in Lord of the Rings.
So, I guess we have a story about how her mother bonded with a horse.
Shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Oh!
You don't seriously think, though, that you could contend with the will of Mamma Mia. There's no one who can.
And then you're gonna get spun round and round and hit the ceiling.
You're a trained veterinarian, aren't you? Oh god, this is Pierce's character.
No,
isn't
he's an
it?
architect.
No, he isn't actually. He's an architect.
I know he's lying. Or maybe he becomes an architect later on.
Oh, so he's so this is actually Art Vandelay from Seinfeld?
So this is Sam, aka young Pierce Brosnan. Maybe he was a trained veterinarian, since he apparently knows how to tame a horse.
Yeah, I mentioned he's played by Jeremy Irvin.
Where have I heard that name before?
Well, I talked about it earlier when I got him confused with the other one.
Oh yeah, that's where I've heard it before.
That was a very abrupt transition.
Rain to shine. Seriously, that's the problem. The problem with this. I said earlier, the problem with the dialogue of this movie is that every line just sounds like they're about to burst into song. You know, yeah, like if they said.
Is that just your paranoia because you don't like musicals?
No, what I mean is, I can imagine it now. I have no clue what the future holds, and then the very next thing he says is, "What the future holds."
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You know what this reminds me of? The Lorax movie. Basically, for those who don't know, back when the Lorax movie was first being advertised, the Oncer looked so much like Zac Efron's character that a lot of people thought that they were one and two the same. Turns out they're different characters. That's how I feel for Amanda Seyfried and Lily James. Like, they just look so similar. And I get it, you know. It's to show that, you know, they're obviously, you know, the two, they're genetically related and all that. But there's sometimes when it gets a bit confusing. Granted, what does help sometimes is by saying if a younger love interest is with her. But there are some scenes where, you know, because we're in the same location almost every time, I do get a bit lost here and there. Oh, let me guess, that's another ABBA member, isn't it?
No, actually, yeah, we've seen them both now. We saw Bjorn during during the university dancing scene, and we saw Benny Anderson as the pianist during that Waterloo performance.
Ah. Uh-oh. Do I sense that Sophie's grandmother may not have been that great a mother to Donna?
The apple really doesn't fall that far, does it?
Go figure.
Okay, he's trying to explain. It's just.
Wow. They weren't that bad.
Everything was awesome.
Jova, considering Lily
Everything is
James is
awesome.
actually British, how would you rate her American accent?
Wait, Lily James?
Yeah,
Yep.
she's English.
Yeah, okay, that's a good American accent. I actually didn't know she was British going off of that. Yeah, I mean, Lily James is definitely doing a good job here. Heck, no one's really doing a bad job. Except for Pierce, because I cannot forgive the singing, I'm sorry.
At least it was only for a couple of minutes.
Maybe that was them taking into account every critic pretty much lambasting his singing in the original.
Instead, just give him one little song to appease the ones that the women that actually did like it, and that's it.
Honestly, those women must have been somewhere underground because I don't even recall hearing women comment greatly about his singing. Like, love be love, Pedro, but love doesn't make you deaf. Well, okay, maybe sometimes.
Debatable.
Oh crap, we're not even halfway through the film.
Well, hey, at least it's not feeling torturous like the first film.
It's mostly
guess.
it's mostly just boring. Nothing really happens in this thing.
I think part of the thing is that it's a prequel, so we kind of already know how her mother's gonna turn out.
Well, dead.
Well, yeah, dead and married to Pierce Brosnan's character. I mean, let's not forget how we established in the first movie that she's afraid of commitment, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice that they're building up these relationships, except I don't really care because I know who she's gonna end up with. What?
Fun fact, here in the UK, this film was the second highest grossing film of 2018.
That doesn't surprise me. UK really goes gaga for this movie. Although it was actually second to Infinity War, of all things.
Yeah, Infinity War. Yeah. And it's the 14th highest grossing British film, or film released in Britain of all time.
Wow, you guys really like the stuff.
Well, it is a co-British movie, so...
Oh good, it's the opening of Jaws, so now's the part with the shark.
The top one's Force Awakens, which was also a British co-production.
How so?
Well, it was filmed in the UK, Jova.
Oh, goody. Huh.
Force Awakens was, yeah.
Didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So, of course, the two want to go skinny dipping, but he's too drunk. She's feeling spunky. She goes out and then the shark... Oh, wait, that's right. No, a shark can't eat her because she has to live for the first movie. Oh, I'm gonna let you down onto my bed, honey. At least I assume that's where they're going with this. And for anyone who wants to call me out for thinking lowbrow here, look, this is pretty much a movie that's a sequel to a movie about a girl trying to figure out which of three guys her mother did the most. Actually, Shiroi.
Mm-hmm.
Is she actually going out with these three boys behind each other's backs? I'm a bit confused.
I don't know.
I don't think Shira can help you on that one.
I think she's just having a bunch of flings, like I said earlier.
Oh, why don't you tell that to Harry?
Yeah.
Oh, they did it. I just want to let you know. Look,
Because I'm going to sing it.
I just want to let you know, you're nice in bed, but even when you make love to me, your singing sucks. Unless it improves over the years, please don't do it again.
I can't make that promise, love.
Pretty please? If you can make that promise, then I'll marry you. And he couldn't keep that promise, and that's why she didn't marry him until years later.
Yeah, well, actually, he sung when he met her as well, back in the last movie as well. So why did she marry him then if he still can't sing? Christian, you're making it come off as incredibly petty and whiny. Like, I won't marry you because your singing sucks.
Let's not forget she kind of was petty in the first movie.
Not that petty, though, surely.
I guess. Uh-oh, I think I hear a song coming on.
Oh. You see, this is why I hate most musicals.
Why? Because you can tell when the song's coming?
No, it's because there's like a billion of them and they won't freaking stop.
Well, you know, when they're good, they're good.
I know, but ABBA's music is not so much good, it's just really catchy. But
Okay.
the problem is, if you play them over and over again, you know, these are the reject ones, the ones that the first movie wouldn't touch.
So basically their main selling point is that this song's gonna get stuck inside your head. It's catchy.
Was that from the Teen Titans Go film?
No, that's from Lego Movie 2.
Well, the song styles are kind of similar in those movies, so...
Oh my god, you're right. Well, they're similar, but they're not the same. Also, another picture of Meryl Streep.
Yeah, see, guys, Meryl Streep is in the movie. Pictures of her are, but still. Athens, you're in Croatia.
Shh, Twibs, we have to pretend it's Greece.
It's not Greece. But how far is Croatia from Greece, actually? Check.
Oh boy. Because I was... Uh-oh.
It's like over 1,300 kilometers. Croatia's nearer to Italy than Greece. Greece and Croatia are just like a corner hop.
I love how they faked this out by having us think that Pierce was gonna sing, but then they immediately do a flashback going, don't worry, we'll save you.
Maybe they knew what was up.
But then why did you have him sing earlier then?
Maybe there really is a fan base who really does love his singing, who they just had to say it.
Anyway, there's a picture of the distance, if it comes up, that is. I think only really the ABBA super fans are gonna get these ones.
I guess that's kind of the idea with these movies, that they're for ABBA fans.
No, but most common people, most other people that aren't super fans, at least know most of ABBA songs, but the ones they don't know a whole lot about.
I think I realize what this movie pretty much is. This movie's a chick flick.
Well, yeah, the last film was a chick flick too.
I mean, the last film didn't feel as much like a chick flick. Then again, that was probably because the last film was spending a bit of time torturing us. Love at First Sight. Peter had a field day with that one. Oh, snap. Oh no, Shira, she got chased by a goat. Is that a tradition girls in the UK do?
What, running around with goats?
Is it?
Well, she's Welsh, Joe. So
No,
wouldn't
Pedro,
it be
Pedro,
running
Pedro.
around with sheep.
Pedro, I asked about the UK in general. Oh! Uh-oh. So he was cheating on her. Well, he was cheating with her, apparently. Who suspiciously looks like Anna Kendrick. Eh? Well, dang, that's dark.
And the British jumped out.
Ugh. I get it. It's a musical. They sing, but we literally just had a song.
Well,
You
at
know
least...
that compliment that you made earlier, Jover, about the songs being better paced?
Yeah.
We're gonna leave
take that
to
back
the
now?
side.
Not yet, not yet. It's not gotten as bad. I mean, I can see why they're singing this, because it's the big dramatic moment, and musicals often have to have it be the big dramatic moment. What?
This
Yeah.
is goodbye.
Again, we kind of know that they're going to end up together anyway, so... Oh no, he cheated on her at some point. What an interesting character detail to add. Never really a fan of this kind of routine.
Knowing you.
So, critiques on
It was-
young Pierce Brosnan singing?
It's better than old. It's better than actual Pierce Brosnan. So basically, his singing got worse over the years.
Poor guy. They're totally never gonna get back together.
Bye.
We'll never be a couple again.
I swear on me, mom.
Funny how they never brought this up in the first Mamma Mia movie. So then she just feels the need to ride her horse out onto the sea. Oh, never mind, we're in Tokyo, Japan now.
What, to Tokyo?
Naruto? Boruto?
We catered to the weebs who came with their parents to see
What's Naruto?
Did we just enter into a different movie?
Oh, she's a business?
No, it's Colin Firth.
Oh.
Colin, wake up.
Remember,
Yes, please.
remember, part of the dilemma is that...
I know the movie's boring, Colin, but come on. We need to get through this.
Remember, part of the plight in the modern timeline is that Sophie is sad because her... Well, because her two other possible fathers, Harry and Bill, apparently won't be able to make it to the reopening.
I have been to one business meeting, and yes, they are this boring.
Oh, curious. How'd you get into that? Were you, on the committee?
No, it was more like a staff thing, with managers, and it is so boring. Not with my current job, but this is a long time ago.
You know what every business meeting needs to be exciting? Willem Dafoe is the head of the company.
He's gonna kill everyone in the room, though, Joe.
Not before mugging at the camera and talking about how much he sacrificed for his company. So, let me guess. A typical, I quit, I need to be there with my family, goodbye. Can he just leave like that? Oh, and now in Sweden, let me guess, the other father's gonna be there, but he's gonna find time to come. Give it up for Dr. Eric Kelvig, everyone, who's thankfully not dressing
Selvig?
naked this time.
To be Selvig.
Selvig, yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be the comic inclined person, Joe.
Comics. That's movies. Also, I just missed a letter. He's seen better days.
Bill Mobot. Oh.
Oh, it's his twin brother. They're played by the same actor. Yeah, I thought, because, he looks a little too thick to be Stellan Skarsgård. I guess they had Stellan Skarsgård wear a fat suit for that, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
what
don't
is
know,
it with
for
the UK and goats?
How'd it go?
Because we like.
I'm a little confused about what's actually meant to be happening.
Oh God, the screaming again.
I think, okay. It feels like this is mainly just a daily slice of life, random hijinks. Okay. In the modern timeline, it's about the reopening of the hotel. That I get. But when it comes to the past stuff, which seems to be taking up the main bulk of things, I guess it's just the life and times of Donna.
When you said slice of life, Jova, and now I'm imagining what an anime ABBA will be like.
Oh,
Well, we
no.
were in Tokyo, Japan for a bit.
No.
Are there anime musicals actually?
Yes.
Like the Ace Attorney ones, the
Oh!
Sailor Moon ones, which are still ongoing.
I meant anime.
Well,
Music, not musicals based off anime.
Okay.
But, there is a Resident Evil musical, by the way.
Why was the song? What's the main song called? I want to eat your pancreas. Oh no, wait, that.
I want to eat your pancreas. And no, folks, that's not a Venom spin-off, even though you'd think it would be.
That
It's a-
name actually makes sense in context.
I can't
But
wait
it's
to see
still a
that.
silly name.
I cannot
Also,
wait to
there's a
see.
Death Note musical, which I would like to watch.
Oh, goody. Not as much business. Get it? She doesn't know how to sing about love when she's not feeling it, because she's not in love, because her heart's been broken.
We'll sing a song about something else then.
Sing. Wow, ABBA just has a song for everything, don't they?
Mamma Mia now, are we?
Oh, this is Mamma Mia?
Yeah.
Oh god, I forget that. I just remember the bridge part.
It was also in the first movie.
Well, this makes sense since the movie is called Mamma Mia. I wonder if
Yeah.
we're gonna get a remix. And I'll admit, I kind of actually do like Mamma Mia the song. Mamma Mia. Get it? Here we go again.
Title drop.
Actually, oh yeah, that AKB 0048 was cool anime.
Oh, yeah, AKB 0048. Yeah.
Yeah, aka the one where music are performing a band, and yet they play it so loud the entire city next door can hear.
Also, that one's technically a very musical anime, but at the same time, it's only like a song or two per episode. Kind of like, in the same vein as Sonic Underground and all that stuff. So.
I'll admit, it is kind of a shame that you'd think that with, the main song, they'd have it be one of those bits where, there's the big audience for it. With there being a bigger sense of scale. No, I think we're about to get that. Never mind. God, this song is gonna be a guilty pleasure of mine.
You guys can't hear my film audio.
No.
Nah. So, riveting indeed, don't you think?
That is unsanitary.
Yeah, like seriously, you're in.
I was drinking on there.
I was eating on there. Oh, Bill,
Bill.
You're fired,
It's
Bill.
Bill, guys.
Yeah. Oh, Bill, great. You're great, Bill. You're fired.
Oh yeah, that's right. She has a crush on Stellan Skarsgård in the modern timeline, as we established, I believe.
Cake. What do you think this is? K-on?
Oh, that's another musical one.
Yeah, K-On! I've got that actually on DVD.
And also a pretty famous one in Japan, The Idol Master.
Interesting. Oh yeah, Idolmaster. I've heard of those.
It's Japan only though.
Figures. He's got
Yeah,
his.
funny enough, though, when it comes to K-On!, the movie takes place in the UK, funnily enough.
Huh.
And the cafe they went to is based on a real one. And in real life, that cafe they used actually has KON stuff in it.
Go
Oh,
figure.
cool.
Truth in television.
Yeah, basically saying K-On! Was here. And most people are like, what the fuck's K-On!?
Have fun on this Johnson.
Can we have some cake and some tea, please?
And now back to the modern timeline, because we have smartphones. Oh yeah. Guess we'll see where her fling for Bill
So she still likes
goes.
him.
Bilbo Baggins.
Well, okay. I guess this at least now makes better sense of why she had such a huge crush on him in like the first movie. Oh, I think we're about to establish why they're not around now. We're just friends. Does this warrant a song?
No.
Apparently it does.
Alright,
We're singing a song anyway because
okay. Now there's.
The pacing is. Yeah, even that girl is just like, excuse me?
excuse me, this is not a musical, but either keep the noise down or get the fuck out.
How many songs do you have about how much you guys just want love in your life? And
This
specifically,
movie
well,
is just about the history of a group of very lonely women.
that's
Yeah,
kind of what the first movie was about, except they were a trio back then, and one of them got hitched.
That's what they should have called this series. Really lonely women. Actually, that would go over very well with it.
Again, I'll give him credit. At least the story actually seems to come first before the songs. It's just really amazing how ABBA made songs. Then again, I guess they made the story around it, but it does feel like they actually made the story first this time.
It only took them 10 years to work that out.
I wonder what took them so long.
Probably because all the actors were busy. Amanda Seyfried was doing stuff like Ted 2, Pan, Meryl Streep
Because this is a bit like a hoodwink situation when nobody was asking for a sequel.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep was trying to get her dignity back. Pierce Brosnan was in a bunch of cheap action films. Colin Firth was in Kingsman. Stellan Skarsgård was doing stuff in the MCU.
I wonder, were they specifically just waiting for the 10-year anniversary mark?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forget. Is Sophie married with her boyfriend now, or are they still just boyfriend and girlfriend?
I don't think they got married because at
Ooh,
the end of the first movie
Amanda
they
Seyfried's character.
Yeah, Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah, she's married now.
Oh, so they are married now. So they got married off screen.
Did we really need to see a wedding though?
Don't you remember, Troy, in the last movie, their wedding got canned so that instead her mother could get married to Pierce Brosnan?
Where he started singing and then they promptly shut him up.
Well, the nostalgia critic did it. Is
Well, even in the movie, but yeah, also... Wow, that face says it all. Oh, it's the same
It's the same
security
guy.
guard. Okay, that's cute. Oh,
Oh, he
burn.
remembers him. That's pretty funny.
Okay, Shiri. I don't know how much you keep up with Ahmad Giali, but has he done a lot of stuff recently, or is he?
I don't know.
I know he's a stand-up comedian, and I've seen him in Stanley's Man. That's about it. And he was in those supermarket adverts.
Wait, Stanley's what, man?
Stanley's Lucky Man is a British show that Stanley came up with the idea for, about a guy who is really, really lucky.
That sounds like a superhero thing.
Yeah, James Nesbitt is a superhero.
Well, it's made by Stan Lee. God
It's
rest
a
his
British.
soul.
It's other than Stan Lee though, it's strictly a British show.
So now it's her turn to fall in love with Bill.
Yay.
I mean, it's fine. It's just, I don't really see the point of us seeing her different relationships with the men. Like, what exactly are we learning more about except from, oh, she fell in love with these guys? I guess we're learning more about what each relationship was like, but
Like, is this entire movie just so we can find out who the kid's father is?
I'm really wondering if that's what we're gonna find out.
Because that was a big thing for the first movie. It's cakes generally aren't pastries.
Really?
They're sponges.
Oh, in the UK, I'm guessing.
Pastries-
Well, okay.
When we say pastries, we're more referring to something like croissants
Ah, okay.
and pan chocolat.
Hey, Harry. Ooh.
Question actually.
Excuse me, lady.
Jesus! Is that what you say to all? Oh, never mind. That's Sam.
Question. Isn't Cher supposed to be in this movie?
Yeah.
Well, where is she?
Maybe they're saving her for the finale. If she's a cameo, like you told me. Joke's on you, lady. I'm going to actually be her husband later on.
That was pretty funny, actually.
Bolster, eh? Yeah.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I want my cake.
You really messed up, Pierce. You really messed up.
Again,
Oh, no,
we know
he's
he'll
not
get to. We know he'll get together with her in the future. So what's
I was just gonna
with?
say he's not gonna sing, but I remember this is the younger version of him, so it's fine.
I thought he pulled out a sword for a second.
What was that? Like
That was apparently a flipper for scuba diving gear. Oh, just get over and do it already.
yeah, we're in the fanfiction territory again.
Oh, they didn't do it. Huh, surprising. Just get in the bed already. You are practically
Yeah,
at
he
the
was just
landing.
getting-
There we
Take
go.
and get that bacon.
Wait, so when was he tied up? Or did he do that himself?
I think it seems to be his idea.
Some way to get them to the island. Oh my god, it's Alexio!
Oh, him.
The Greek fisherman. Let's see who plays older Alexio.
Oh, and nobody cares.
Looks like most of the kids.
Huh. Apparently that's Gerard... Is that Gerard Monaco playing both his older and younger self? I wonder.
Possibly, because maybe like he sounds like roughly the same, and when he was younger, he had so much hair you couldn't tell.
Maybe they just used digital animation to make him look younger. Or maybe they're using digital animation to make him look older and bald. Come on, Colin Firth. Where's your training from Kingsman? Oh!
Well,
Now he's
you
really
haven't
gonna need
seen-
that training.
have you seen Kingsman 2, Jova?
Yes, that was actually the first Kingsman movie I saw.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. These two. I can't tell if they're better or worse without Meryl Streep.
When they're not constantly screaming like hyenas.
True. What do you think,
But
Shiroi?
they've only screamed twice, I think.
Fair point. Shiroi?
I do think they are a little better in this movie.
Okay then. Pedro?
Honestly,
You plead the fifth.
yeah.
Oh my. You're about to get your wish granted,
Yep, ask
miraculously.
and you shall receive, both figuratively and literally.
Oh,
Complete with a song to go with it. Oh, Dancing Queen! Of course.
This is
Oh,
that song regardless
look,
of
hey-
what you think of it. If they play it, you're dancing to it.
Hey, look, they did the Titanic camera shot. Having the time of your life.
Jova, the singing's already.
That song's catchy.
No.
Paige is
Just-
completely zoned out.
Just as long as Pierce doesn't sing it, I'm fine.
You know you're just tempting fate. So yeah, I guess the conflict is pretty much resolved, since that was the main conflict, I believe, with Sophie being sad that her two fathers wouldn't be able to show up.
Jova,
What?
there's 36 minutes left.
That's why I'm wondering, what conflict is there left?
The conflict of what song to put in next. Christ, we're running out of ABBA songs. What can we do?
Oh, there we
no,
go!
he's singing.
It's okay, he's singing with other people. It's not.
Oh, it's okay, he ran out of breath.
It's gonna be a
They,
running gag now.
they really are aware, aren't they?
This is like a horror movie.
It's like, you're
No, he's
waiting
back.
for him. Oh no, the singing! Ah! Why does it feel like Dancing Queen is the one where they save their budget for the biggest scene, where honestly, shouldn't it have been
Well,
Mamma
they did that for
Mia?
the first movie, and they're all dancing to the pier again. Are they all just gonna jump off the pier again, like in the first movie?
Oh boy.
And then they all drowned.
Wouldn't it make more sense for them to have dedicated more time to Mamma Mia? Is that woman supposed to be important?
Apparently.
I'm so glad everyone knows the song right down to the very beat for a synchronized dance and song number.
The thing is, everyone does.
Yeah. Like, I think Dancing Queen may be ABBA's most popular song.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
an earworm.
Okay, seeing Colin Firth and Steven Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård try and do the chicken like that. Okay, that was funny.
Well, Colin Firth is as good at dancing as Pierce Brosnan is as good as singing.
Of course. Weird, the guy can do such graceful action, yet I guess he can't do that good at dance. Hey! Is that Dominic Cooper's character who also made it? Yay! He made it! So, yeah, that's pretty much all the conflict for the modern timeline, as far as I can recall.
Except for possibly the father thing. If
What
that's the way
about
they're
the
going.
hotel?
What about the bills?
Also, that's unhealthy.
But it's heartwarming. Yeah, honestly, Joe, I think Andy Garcia is just going through the motions of this film.
Oh, are you surprised?
Everyone else seems to be having fun. Garcia looks like he's supposed to get the fuck out of there.
Hey, Meryl Streep.
Please listen to us. She's in the movie. I mean, I guess they couldn't put down pictures of Meryl Streep on the poster, could they?
No.
Jaws 4, starring a picture of Roy Schneider.
And Michael Caine. Was that the one Michael Caine was in the for?
Yeah, he was in the fourth one. I'll never forget that Cody said, I haven't seen the movie itself, but I have seen the house that it bought. Oh?
Hey, it's her fucking choice. Yeah, nice way of treating your names. You know what? Fuck you. We're leaving this place. If you're going to treat us like shit and give us and try to talk to us when we don't want to hear you, then fuck you. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Pedro, you work in this kind of industry. How
Okay.
how would you say the services?
I guess it's well. This is the thing, Dubs. This is not exactly a restaurant, more like a pub. So it's not exactly something that caters to the specific rules of fine dining. I mean,
So
Also,
is,
remember, this place is barely even that, because, like she just said, like she wants to make it a
I
hotel.
mean, look at. I work in an
so
actual
basically,
restaurant.
Pedro,
Dubs.
your
Well,
restaurant
actually,
is one of those 5-star restaurants?
No, not 5-star, but Dubs, I actually work in a restaurant. Where I actually have to wear
Uh-oh,
a
she's
suit.
going to the toilet.
You know what that means in these movies.
Yeah, some restaurants are less full.
Dribs,
Oh,
no.
well-
No, Dribs. What that means is that she's pregnant.
I don't think that's what Liz was saying.
but basically, Joe, but there's a difference between a restaurant and a pub.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, actually, it was Dwebs that was making that question to me, not Jova.
Oh, yeah, true.
He looks like a younger version of Ben from Parks and Recreation.
How do you know you're pregnant? Have you done a pregnancy test?
When did you two even last do it?
It was from the way they say it. It's like they were apart from. because she was trying to get the hotel. But it must have been some really late pregnancy.
Well, to be fair, we don't know how long he was away for.
I mean, we haven't really seen any of their relationship outside of these scenes now, so...
Remember, it can be up to a few weeks before like a woman realizes that she's pregnant sometimes, so...
Is that Cher coming?
It's
The
a helicopter.
The Shericopter.
The Shericopter.
Wait, nah, they couldn't.
Oh wait, I think they're right.
It's someone's foot.
I wonder, what if Cher plays
It's a
the...
foot.
What if Cher is actually her grandmother?
Ding ding ding.
Wait, I was right?
Yeah.
How'd you know? Oh, you've seen
We
this
read,
movie.
we read Wikipedia.
I did just look it up, and she was also in the ad. They kind of ruined that.
Oh wait, that's right. Wait, so they spoiled the fact that Cher is her grandmother in an ad.
In a trailer, yeah. But yeah, I did just look it up to double check.
Yeah. Thanks for putting that image of Stellan Skarsgård in my mind. I've already seen him naked enough, thanks to 4.
Yeah.
4-2.
Yeah, you got the idea. You must have had a field day when you saw him on the news that day, honey. Right, totally. Like, we just have this relationship all screen, ended off screen, and we're totally never gonna get back together. Yeah, I believed as much as I did with National Treasure 2. I.e., not at all.
Who'd you think, you idiot?
Santa.
Santa.
Yeah, Santa Claus comes down to Greece, and just wants to have a little lie down.
Oh, get it, guys? Just like her, he sobs every time he hears Donna's name. Is this how they're gonna...
Soulmates.
Wait, so this is how they bond, over the fact that they both cry whenever they hear Donna's name.
Why did you say that name?
Grief does crazy things to people.
Let's pork now. I feel so
Take
sad.
inspiration from fucking Batman v Superman.
Squid, you're joking about it, but you know that somewhere on the internet there is a fan fiction of Batman and Superman having a moment after that scene.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that it exists, but I'm pretty
probably
sure that it
100
damn
of
well
them.
exists.
It's probably 800 of them.
Well, okay, that was a weird romance, but as I call it, they're back together. That didn't take long. Huh? Yep, that's Cher, alright.
Yep.
And she aged pretty gracefully.
Funny enough, though, Cher hadn't acted in a movie since like 2010 before this.
You know, Cher looks like she aged a lot better than her daughter, Meryl Streep. Actually, isn't Cher younger than Meryl Streep?
Cher's 72.
Let's see how old Meryl Streep is. Meryl Streep is...
69.
Oh, never mind then. I guess one... Why only now?
Many people.
Some agent some secret spy you are. Oh?
To sing. Oh. Oh yeah, Donna and the Dynamo. That wonderful group.
What happened to them?
Well, their lead died.
Ow.
Still 20 minutes left? What the fuck are they gonna do?
Oh, whoa, she's getting pregnant already. Oh, wait, no, is that Lily James?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So we still don't even know who the father actually was.
Maybe we're about to find out.
I wonder.
Yeah, I can see why these
Mm-hmm.
are very exciting, are they? Excite? That's a funny way to describe this song.
It's supposed to be a passionate one as we see her giving birth to her. Aww.
I can't wait to find out who your father is.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh, it touches even Cher's heart. I mean, her grandmother's heart.
I just read it, but I forgot the name of the character.
Ruby.
It's Cher, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Basically, the grandmother's name is Ruby.
Well, they did actually say on the wiki that the character was heavily inspired by Cher herself, so she's basically Cher.
Aww. Oh?
Oh?
Oh? Oh? Those two were a fling! Oh, so that's why he was feeling so loveless.
I, his name's not even Fernando.
No, wait, actually, apparently his name is Fernando.
Yeah,
Let me
she
see.
referred to him as that just before now.
Let's see. Andy Garcia. Yeah, Fernando Cienfuegos. Fernando is his first name.
But it's so freaking forced, though.
Aw,
His
Andy
name's
Garcia.
Fernando.
Andy Garcia and Cher together at last. Truly the couple everyone was hoping for.
Okay, Cher I get singing, but Andy Garcia?
At least he can sing, I guess, or he doesn't have to sing too much.
Hey, it's not Piers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Pierce has actually gotten little to sing in this movie. He still
Really
sung, mind you, but, you know. Well, at least they actually made sure to have the guest artist who can sing actually get to sing. Unlike SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePants, where the only one who doesn't sing is a character voiced by David Bowie. So he's conveniently named Fernando. I mean, you know, Fernando is a common enough name, I guess.
Wasn't there a Lady Gaga song or something called Fernando?
Actually, it's Alejandro.
Sounds the freaking same.
She does mention the term Fernando in it, though. Well, I guess Cher can definitely still sing, though.
So why did she need auto-tune and Believe?
Because it sounded cool for the time.
Late 90s.
Well, autotune was kind of in the vogue then.
Still is.
Also, in the right hands, autotune can be used for some pretty clever things.
Yeah.
Any examples?
Hmm?
Any examples?
Well, let's see. There's like several different video game soundtracks that use autotune, like Pull My Devil
Like
Trigger.
they use it not to, like, people basically who use it not to, you know, tune a singer's voice in the traditional sense, but they use it as basically a cool effect.
Yeah, it's like there's so many songs that use it. The time when it's bad is when it's used just to try and make them sound in tune. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but autotune is an effect just like any other. You can use it for whatever if you're clever.
Yeah.
Sure, I thought you were going to throw tape.
Woo! Sparks be flying!
And the firework and the
That is a very awkwardly heart-shaped...
Oh, 9 months later. We still don't know which one of you is the real grandfather, but I guess we don't care.
Yeah.
Then what was the point of this movie?
I don't know, Shiroi. Maybe we'll find out by the credits.
To find out if Pierce Brosnan got a better at singing.
Hey, maybe he will get better singing, since I think we got a song number coming up.
Oh
But-
dear.
No.
But don't you see now, everyone has... Well, not everyone has a loved one, but most people have couples. Oh, yeah,
divorce
she's
life
still
brings her.
single. Aww, she brought the smile back to his life.
What?
That is so rude. Wow, she moves quickly. Jesus.
Yeah. Now, I wonder how they're gonna get that cameo of Meryl Streep in.
I mean, she's in the photos in the background.
Yeah, but I mean, for her to actually be listed in the casting, she has to show up in some shape or form. I mean,
Maybe they have to credit for the photos.
her name's literally on the
Yeah.
cover, though. Like,
The photos of Meryl Streep, like I said earlier.
what are you gonna name her? You're gonna name her Donna, aren't you?
I was gonna say Meryl.
Fernando.
That's
Oh,
her
look at
cameo.
that! In the same church with the wedding.
Oh, maybe she turns around and she sees her mother sitting there.
Oh, you mean like her mother's spirit comes from the dead to
Yeah,
sing with them?
yeah.
The last movie had your wedding at the last second getting upended. Don't ask how this could go wrong.
Just be thankful Pierce Brosnan isn't singing whatever that song was called. Well, yeah, I guess it's a bit early to say my final thought. I guess he's a preliminary one.
What?
Yeah. Oh, there's Meryl
Oh, there
Streep.
she is.
What? So she turned into what?
No.
Oh,
He's
so I
there.
was kind of right.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
there in spirit.
Oh, wait, that's right. That earlier scene was actually Lily James holding the baby to bring her up to be baptized like she's doing now. Which means,
Of
yeah.
course.
So Meryl Streep is literally
Don't you know
here in spirit.
Of course.
So the
Don't you know
spirit of
that?
Meryl Streep, who's
And
actually
she
not...
definitely sounds better.
Yep, yeah.
Didn't you say she? I haven't seen Into the Woods, but wasn't she in that film?
Oh, yeah. She sings great in that movie.
I think she mentioned in interviews she actually had, because I think she was on the Jonathan Ross show or whatever, but something about, taking, proper lessons and such.
I guess she calls it the
Uh,
Disney routine, since that was a
I guess-
Disney movie.
I guess it helped that film was directed by an experienced Broadway director.
Oh my god, I think they see her. Oh, never mind. She's just walking ominously towards the baptismal water. Or does she see her?
Maybe they all feel her presence or something.
How weird. Come to me, daughter. I know it's been... Oh my god.
Yeah, she sounds a lot better.
Excuse
really
me,
good,
whose
actually.
hand? Excuse me, whose hands are you holding?
Just my mother's.
But no one's there.
She's there in all our
I'm
hearts.
stopped in the room at the moment, alright?
Shall we call the insane asylum when she's done?
Maybe. I don't know. She looks so happy singing there with someone. Where's that?
That's even worse. For we know there could be a slasher smile.
Does that look like a smasher smile to you, though, darling?
It could be anything.
Although the way she clasped her hands to her bosom there is a bit concerning.
There are kids here, you know.
Yes, there's a baby, too.
The baby will repress that.
Oh, mind if I move out of your way, spirit that I can't see?
Oops. Yeah, they seem to be surprisingly moving around her for some reason. Oh,
No, she's supposed to be a
She's
spirit.
totally
I
not
re-
there. She's totally not there.
I really hope they paid you enough, Meryl.
okay. Headcanon. Meryl's actually not dead. She's actually just trolling everyone. And she's actually about to run off with the money.
She's gone back into heaven. You see how white that background was?
Holy cow. That was
Holy,
like blue.
literally.
That was Blues Brothers 2000 levels of unsubtle.
Yeah, but wasn't the guy who played
Eh? What?
And everyone died.
Oh, hey, Meryl. Or is that Cher?
No, it's Cher.
Of course. Hey, Cher.
I'll see ya.
Yeah, true. Now I can tell it's Cher.
I mean, if they have Cher in the movie, they're gonna, use her.
Glasgow? It's not romantic.
Well, what are you saying, Groups? Of course Glasgow's romantic, ain't
There's
it, your
nothing
boy?
romantic about Glasgow.
Really? I mean, surely Alice must have something nice to say about Glasgow.
No.
Jova, I don't really have much good to say about my country cities. What makes you think they have? What makes you think people like their own countries by default?
Oh, I guess that last song was pretty much the end of the plot now, since now we're gonna do that typical credits.
There's 9 minutes left.
Dweebs,
And
you
they
saw?
can have another song.
Dweebs, you saw the first movie. You know how this goes. So now everyone from every point in time now comes together in this limbo, I guess, where even the dead can come back to life, because I'm gonna assume that Meryl Streep is gonna show up too.
Do you think they'll make We Will Rock You into a movie?
Was that ABBA? Oh wait, no,
No,
that's
that's
Queen.
Queen.
No.
That's
That's
Queen.
Queen.
That's
I-
Queen.
Oh my god.
I am so tempted. So help me God, Jova.
Well,
Jesus
they made.
Christ.
Well, they made.
Sorry,
the-
sorry.
He knows where you live.
Sorry. It's just, Nicole, I mean, I've had ABBA on the brain
Yeah,
so much.
She raised a good point, Jova. I know where you live. Remember?
Oh, there's Meryl Streep.
Tom Hanks.
Oh God, he's a producer for this movie too. Remember, he was a producer for the first movie, but he came back for this one.
Also, Siri, on the subject of Queen, they did make Bohemian Rhapsody.
True.
Yay.
It's
Just
fine.
shining like the sun.
That was more like a tribute, though. We Will Rock You is a bit of a... Like, it's a story, like, not starring. Like, I don't think it starred any of the band members or anything.
What? Do you mean We Will Rock You?
Yeah, for Queen.
I
it
wouldn't know. I
it
haven't
was
seen
like
that.
its own universe thing, and they had Queen songs in it.
So what's the headcanon for this one, guys? Somehow you can come back from the dead, from the future, and from the present, and the
Pierce, how are you
past.
touching her? She's a ghost.
With love, everything is
He's
possible.
healing.
Is this the power of a Cher concert where everyone from all points in time can come converge? And even if you're dead, you can come back to the land of the living?
Sure,
Wait,
why not?
wait, this film had an actual musical score?
Yes, it did. Come on, Colin. Okay,
I
is
bet
it...
a lot of the budget went on these
I
ridiculous
don't want to
outfits.
sing.
Okay. So is it literally a thing about Colin that he can't dance?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna also your point earlier. Fight choreography is different than dance choreography.
It's just so weird when you get down to it, though. It's like, it's one of those ironies of life. Look at that, our final cast. Which is weird because it's...
In 10 years, we'll get
Starring
another
Amanda
movie.
Seyfried.
I wonder. Alright, when's the encore? We all know it's coming eventually. Oh.
After credits scene.
Oh, no, I don't want an after credit scene.
You know how this goes, Swoops.
Should we
I mean,
give
what
our final
next?
thoughts in the meantime?
Alright, I'll look
I
up...
mean, what's going to happen is Samuel Jackson going to go to Benny and John and say, hey, old ABBA members, do you want to join the Avengers?
Why not? I mean, technically, Stellan Skarsgård...
Power with
Yeah,
Cher.
Stellan Skarsgård is technically a part of the MCU, so... Yeah.
He hasn't been in it in years.
Yeah, he really hasn't. He probably
Oh.
got dusted.
Oh, yeah, well, that and his scrappy status he got from For the Dark World that probably didn't help.
Poor guy.
Credits
Yeah.
are rolling. I am quitting the movie.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, there's an after credits scene.
There he is.
Ugh,
Back on
I-
the movie, Twitch.
but I just quit the movie.
Get back on the movie.
I hate you all.
Hey,
Hey, Jova picked this, not me. This wasn't my fault.
and hey, your country made this.
Well, I mean, it's technically my fault because I started the ball rolling in the first place.
That too.
Yes. So I blame
Oh,
both
let's see
Shiori
the
and
time,
Jova.
Because I think the scene is about to? Oh no, it's
You know, Wes, guys really need to get back to making another Faulty Towers or something of the kind.
Faulty Towers? What's that?
We've comedies.
One of the greatest British comedies of all time, basically.
We've made good comedies since Faulty Towers.
I guess Hot Fuzz was fine.
Made Red
Oh, that was a
Dwarf.
movie.
Wasn't that a comedy movie?
Or Red
Yeah, it was
Dwarf.
a comedy movie, but I mean, Faulty Towers was a series.
Oh. Oh, you're talking about
For-
series.
Red Dwarf's a sci-fi comedy.
I can only imagine what this after credits scene is. But hey, listen to that, Dribs. There actually is a score, since this actually isn't a song, I think. Unless it's the instrumental version of something.
I don't.
I wonder what...
So, final thoughts, anybody? Who's a particularly short?
Me.
Alright.
Okay, it's not as bad as the last film. My brain doesn't hurt, at least. My ears aren't ringing. And I am not as overly pissed off. It's still not great, though. Okay, although that's the biggest compliment I could give it. Better than the
Fair
first.
enough.
Say much, but it's still better. Still not very good, though.
Pedro, will yours be particularly short?
Yes, this movie is boring. This movie is so boring because nothing happens and it's nothing but people singing about nothing.
Let's
We
see.
should watch a good chick flick like Bridesmaids next time.
I know, right? Yeah. Like
Can I
there.
have a time again, please?
Go ahead to 1 hour and 51 minutes.
1 hour and what?
1 hour and 51 minutes.
Okay.
Oh no, he meant for me.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
I lost my place.
You there?
Yes, Siri.
151. Yep.
Good.
Yes, Siri. Because you
All
recommended
right,
the first film to
and
us.
click.
Because you recommended the first film to us, you have lost your place.
Okay,
Come on, Dwibs. We had fun tearing that one anew.
I didn't.
Speak for
Ne-
yourself.
And neither did I. But hey, you gotta sell a positive image to our audience now, don't we?
And I guess mine will be pretty short too. So okay. Yes, definitely better than the first one. Pacing wise for the first half, yes. Actually, a couple of funny jokes sprinkled in there, and I think that's well, the singing for quite a few of the characters was definitely a lot better.
Meryl
Sorry,
Streep,
Pierce.
especially. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Pierce.
she saw a massive improvement, but then again, it has been about 10 years, which is a long time for, improvement.
Well, what's Pierce's excuse then?
He's trying.
Is he
Not
really?
trying hard enough.
That's the best compliment.
Yeah, he tried his best. His best wasn't good enough. Sorry. So we didn't get to find out who the father was, which seemed to be the point of this movie. Or was this hour and however many minutes, nearly 2 hours, including the credits, because there is an after credit scene. Was just a big tribute to the fact that Meryl Streep was not in this movie until the end.
I wonder.
It was just, okay, I'm fine with parallels and things, but the parallels should not be your plot. It's more of an underlying thing that goes along with it. So the plot was pretty
Remember
empty,
the first
honestly.
movie? Remember the first movie?
Honestly, considering the reception to the first movie, people don't really want to remember that compared to this movie.
No, this one was a lot better. Again, I don't
Yeah.
feel as,
Oh, here we
baffled
go.
by it. Okay.
Oh, and funnily enough, the score for this film was
What?
done by the.
Huh?
So I'm not there yet.
Very best. Oh, was that a blooper?
Oh, was that seriously what we sat for this for? I'm so sorry, Dwibs.
You're both fired.
You can't fire me. I'm the leader.
I need to watch that new episode of Tangled after this.
Yeah,
so I
can we,
just-
please?
Anyway,
Wow.
Shiroi, your final
Oh,
thoughts?
that's Jelly singing.
Don't you just love it, Dweebs?
No.
But again, parallel should be an underlying thing, not your main plot. At least not for something this long. I mean, the acting was pretty good. Really? I mean, there was a lot less screaming from Donna's friends in this one. But I don't think I can think of anything else to say, honestly. I mean,
Before your final thoughts, Jova, funnily enough, the composer for this film also did the score for the full movie.
Really?
Alright, can you
film
please
about-
close this out, Jova? I'm so
oh,
tired.
Film
hang
about-
on a second, Pedro. What was that, Twibs?
Film Monty, a film about male strippers.
That. Alright then. My thoughts. It's better than nothing. I mean, okay. This sequel is definitely better than the first movie. Like, okay, this is definitely a movie made for people who just really like ABBA or just really, 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 really love the lore and world of Mamma Mia. I mean, okay. Unlike the first
Lore of Mamma Mia.
Unlike the first movie, this one didn't have a musical to make a terrible adaptation of, so that already gave it better points, I guess. And I guess it's nice that we get to learn more about the characters, though the fact that we still don't learn who the father really is does feel like it kind of makes the whole past storyline a bit pointless, outside of the parallels thing, because look at that, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I will agree, though, that thankfully the pacing overall is a lot better, between songs and whatnot. Maybe not as much in the second half, but even still better overall than the first movie. And like Sherry said, it does allow for there to actually be some legit funny jokes here and there, a good laugh here and there. That said, though, mainly it feels like a chick flick to the most basic of chick flick bits. Not to say that chick flicks can't be fun, no. There are plenty of chick flick movies that are fun, even for people who, like me, who generally don't watch them. There's definitely a good time and place. It's just, this is one where it's not terrible, so it's just a chick flick. Of course, the music is hit and miss, being ABBA or whatnot. I will admit, though, I do like the set designs, the choreography is nice. Pierce, my man, maybe 10 more years of singing lessons will help you get better. But I'll admit, it did feel like they knew that... Well, okay, it was practically the talk of town in almost every review about how bad he's sang, so they probably knew. Other than that, there's nothing really terrible about this movie. I mean, yeah, it can get boring from time to time. And I'll admit, it's definitely something that I feel that if you're not into chick flicks, watch this as just something to make fun of or have fun with as a group. Like, unless you're really into this type of stuff, I can't really recommend watching this on your own. That said, though, it's a decent flick. Which I'll admit is way more than I expected it to be with how it was marketed and everything. Of course, now this means they're probably going to use this to now get every bit of money that they can squeeze out of this. There's probably still more ABBA songs they still haven't done, isn't there?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, maybe in the third movie we'll figure out who the hell the father is.
Okay, then.
That was Mamma Mia, here we go again. Tune in for
We'll-
Mamma Mia 3.
We'll return to you when me and she were ear operation done. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Ciao.
Yay.